We are so back. Hello friends, it's been a while that I haven't posted on YouTube, and I think this is the best time to come back. Fresh year, fresh resolutions, fresh projects, and this is going to be some sort of podcast catch-up, new hobbies, knitting podcast. Your girl learned how to knit. It's crazy. I would have never thought that I would get into this sort of craft. And you know that I've always been a crafty person, but this hobby took over my life, and I'm not even kidding. Anyway, enough of the presentations at the moment. I just want to talk about why I think this is the perfect time to come back and start making content again. So I don't think I'm going to delete my old videos just because I'm really attached to them. I was still, trying to make the content I liked at the moment, and I think it still reflects who I am, and it's still part of my creative process. What can I say? Basically, I think last year has been a very transitional year for me. I was very burnt out from my creative process, especially on the acting career side. I think I was focusing too much on not making it instead of what I could have done to enjoy it more. And I got to a point where I just stopped enjoying it, and that was catastrophic for me because I thought you based your whole experience onto creating your whole personality about being an artist and being an actor, and who am I if that's not working out? And that was actually very intense at the beginning, and I think this was mainly at the end of last year. And I have undergone a really intense process of getting to know myself better, getting into new hobbies, and approaching the acting and creative world in a completely different way, which is more like, this is my craft and I am that craft, even if I take a break and I don't work for 6 months, 8 months, years, and this, I know that loads of you won't really understand what I'm talking about at the moment, but I think every artist goes through this, and I don't want to brag about, I'm this artist, I'm whatever, but I think it's just the creative process in general, when we're living in a world where creativity doesn't make money. And I know it can, but for the majority of cases, it doesn't. And everything is about making money. So you can get lost in the whole process of what can I make in the least amount of time with the best turnaround for money and success. And I think this is where knitting came in. I found out about this hobby after it was recommended by a friend and my therapist herself, actually. And this friend of mine was actually starting to get into knitting, and this was 1.5 years ago. And she just recommended a couple videos, some tutorials, and I just went to my local craft store, got some acrylic yarn, and started to learn. I stopped twice. I was so overwhelmed that I just could not get my head around how to make it work, and I just dropped out. I was like, this is not for me. This is not the hobby I want to spend time working on. But at one point, something clicked, and I understood how to make the normal knit stitch and purl stitch, and I was like, oh, okay, let me just finish this really ugly scarf that I was making, which is just a stockinette scarf, a really, really long scarf like that. And I finished it, and the sense of I just made a garment that I like, and it's based on what fits me and what suits me and the colors that suit me. And I made it with my own hands, and it took time. But if you think about it, you're just making something for the sake of making it. And it might be expensive, because that's what I found out, throughout the year. And I will make probably a video about what I knitted in 2025, which is a lot of garments. Anyway. And it was just the biggest reward, just thinking you've done something that is so ethically responsible and you made it just for yourself. It was incredible. And the more I found out about, different types of yarn and different techniques and stuff that you could make with yarn, because it's not just about, making sweaters and making scarves, but you can literally make tank tops for the summer. You can make anything you can put your mind to. You can knit it. And that for me was what really made me love this hobby. And I think something else was also the another thing that I was that I had to go through in 2025, which again is not a bad thing, was actually really good. I got diagnosed with ADHD, and that, along me having suffered from anxiety and panic attacks and depression most of my life, it just added up. And knitting, it's one of those things that if I'm feeling really overwhelmed and I need some time for myself, I just sit down, put on something cozy, and the repetitive movement of things, it just soothes my brain in a way that nothing else does. So I think 2025 was the year where I rediscovered myself and what I need, what I'd like, and setting boundaries with life in general. Again, I'm not talking about I am cured, I am not. But I think 2026 is the year where I can actually start creating without this pressure behind me. That probably won't lead to anything. It will stop me from creating stuff and stuff that I enjoy. So I have some goals, creative goals for 2026, which are, I'll probably make another video about this, because I will keep on talking for hours and hours. In this video, I really wanted to say hello again to anyone who's still following this channel. I still want to make the same type of content, so creativity of any kind, of any kind. So just keeping your brain creative, feeling good about yourself and what you can do, coziness and self-discovery, and it's just a big old journal of my creativity. And hence why today I want to talk about knitting, and this is going to be my official first knitting podcast. I will talk about knitting a lot on this channel, not gonna lie, but today I want to talk about the projects that I started the year with, which gave me a real boost of creativity. First of all, let's talk about this beauty I'm wearing. Here you go. I hope you can see it very well. This is the Rosie Yolk sweater by Lynette. It's a gorgeous sweater with this Yolk colorwork construction and a bit of raglan here on the side to create the sleeves. I made some modifications to the sweater, so I just shortened the mock neck just to make it more just more wearable for me, because I feel like I feel like I'm choking when the necks are really high and very constrictive. So I feel like this is very nice wearable neck for me. And I also made a modification to the sleeves. I made them a bit more balloon style. So as you can see, maybe, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but I used a smaller needle for the ribbing at the end. And so it just creates a bit more of a cinched in look. Just right there. Let me just see if the camera focuses. Yes. And then I also used the same color of the color work here at the end, just to create a different color. I just really like this purple color, so I just wanted to use it again because I still had half a ball left. And this project was actually what I worked on my Christmas break when I spent a few weeks back at home in Italy, and it was the perfect project to cuddle up on the sofa watching a Christmas film with. I finished it just a couple of days ago and it just blocked, and it feels awesome. It's made with Sannes Garn Pure Gingham, both colours, knitted together with Knitting for Olive Merino. And I think this is probably one of my favorite yarn combinations. I've never used both of them together, but I only used Pure Gingham alone, and I think it just holds up beautifully. The drape is fantastic. It's just a really beautiful pattern. It's 100% Norwegian wool, and it's super warm, absolutely incredibly warm. And I think this one is going to be used a lot. I just really like the construction. Let me show you the back, and it just goes all the way around here. And I think it's just a really, really beautiful project, easy to wear, and the payout is actually incredible because you can see that it's not a lot of color work and it's really easy. Even the increases here when I was knitting, it was actually a very nice learning curve. I've never made color work projects on a yoke, but it was really nice to make, and I can't wait to wear it. I'm going to wear it a lot. And I will be going to Copenhagen for a weekend trip this coming weekend, actually. And I am actually so excited. I went there before, and I remember that when I got back, I had to buy an extra luggage for the plane because I had so much yarn and trinkets, and I was like, where am I gonna put this? They're definitely not gonna fit in my backpack. So that was something, and I think it's going to be the same this time. But I'm going there with my boyfriend, and we paid for an extra luggage on the way there. So I'm basically just going with an empty luggage, and we'll just put in anything that we get, which is clever. And yeah, I'm very excited to wear this there because I think it's so warm that it would be very good for a Scandinavian winter. But yeah, this is the first project of the year, officially. First 2026. Oh, actually, let me show you here. There's like classic ribbing, and then the drape is actually super nice. Yeah, I just really enjoy this project, and I actually like it more than the classic Rosie sweater, which is the one with the straight, basically the roses are made in a straight line. But I think this one is more me, and I really like the colors. So let's talk about my next project. I just cast it on last night, which is super excited. I feel like casting on a new project, it's so incredibly exciting, and it just gives you a buzz. I don't know why. But it just makes me so excited about starting something new and seeing how the yarn works with this kind of project. And basically, I bought this yarn from a store in central London that unfortunately was closing down, so they had quite a good price with yarn, and I've been wanting to try Isaga yarn for so long, and I saw that actually they had the mohair and the Isaga Jensen in sale and it was something like half price off, and I was like, okay, let's get that. And so I bought this color combo, which is stunning. I think you can see the color better from back here. It's not as bright as it's coming up on camera, but it's this deep cherry red that I think it looks absolutely delicious. I've never touched the Isaga mohair yarn before, and it's the softest mohair I've ever felt in my whole life. Like, now I get what the hype is all about. This is so incredibly soft. It feels incredible against your skin. But yeah, I am making the Ingrid Sweater by Petite Knit, and I just cast on the German short rose for the back, and I think it's such a pretty color. I'm excited to work on something that is textured, but it's still a mock texture, if that makes sense. Because I've done a few cabled things in the past year, but this is not really the thing. It's like a mock cable sweater, and I think this color is going to look really delicious. And unfortunately, I think this is going to be my last sweater of the year, because I really want to. Maybe in Copenhagen I will find some yarn to make some cardigans for the spring and summer period. And considering it takes me about a month and a half, 2 months to make a garment, probably 2 months if it's textured, because it's a bit long. It's a bit of a longer period of time. I think this might be my last one, because I would finish it end of March. And by March, I really want to start something for the spring and summer period as well. Oh gosh. But let me know if you've ever been to Copenhagen and what are your perfect yarn store locations. I've already saved some on Google Maps, but it's always nice hearing from other people. And my third project is actually something that I the yarn, I picked it up in Italy when I was there for the Christmas break. And it's actually an Italian brand that I've never heard of, and I bought 2 skeins in this color and 2 in this, which are like a beigey and a dark green, which I really like, the dark green actually. And I basically wanted to make some sort of bonnet, and I saw this bonnet. I'm gonna try to put the photo up there, from Knitters and Friends. It's called the Lotte Hood. I just find this so darling. It's so pretty, and I thought this is the perfect color combo for me, and I will try to finish this for the Copenhagen trip, and I think I will, because I'm this far in, and I'm pretty happy with what came out. So you have the classic construction with the panel at the top, and then you start shaping the back until you get to some decreases to shape the head here. And you have this scarf at the front that now it's all crumpled up, you can't really see it well, but you're supposed to have this scarf that's not very long that you just tie here. And let me actually put it on. Let me see if I can clip this to the sweater. Oh gosh, there we go. And I can't really show it very well, but this is, oh gosh, this is the situation of the bonnet. And I think it's so cute. It's so sweet. And it's gonna be so warm. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. It was actually a very nice learning curve on how to make smaller garments like this, because I'm not a fan usually of using, making smaller type of garments. I am so not a fan of the magic loop technique. I kind of despise that technique. So I always try to get smaller needles, and I would try to, and it actually worked really well here at the back, but when you pick up the stitches on the side, so it wasn't really that dramatic for me. But it's always nice to have some sort of garments that you can't really find anywhere else, especially on the high street. And this ties in with what I said before about knitting. It's just the joy I get from making stuff that doesn't exist anywhere else, and it's just mine, and I made it for myself. And that's the same thing that I get from knitting for other people. I've only done it twice. I've done it for a Christmas present for my dad. It was just a hat. It was Petite Knit's hipster hat. And then for my boyfriend, I made the zipper sweater, which was delightful as well. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm giving people so much time and joy, and they might not appreciate it the same way I do, but still, I think it's fantastic. And yeah, so these are the two projects, actually, not three, that I'm trying to finish at the moment. I'm also working on something else that I haven't finished and I don't have with me. It's just a petite knit Sophie scarf that I'm just finishing because I wanted to basically finish some stuff, some yarn stash that I had with me. And that's what I call my handbag project, which is basically something that I always keep in my handbag when I'm traveling, when I'm on the train, and it's just easy to pull out and just, start making something. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I cannot wait to see when these two garments will be finished or will have an substantial increase in the amount of work that I put in. So yeah, I'm just trying to chase that light. It's gorgeous. Finally, it's sunny in London, and I will be going out to get some sun and catch some rays later on. But yeah, these are the projects that I will be working on for a while. I cannot wait to show you what I will get in Copenhagen. And please, if you have any recommendations, let me know. But yeah, if you want to follow me anywhere else, not really recently, but in the last few months, I worked a lot on TikTok, and I'm posting loads of general content between, creativity, life in London, knitting, and it's been my little baby for a while. Oops, sorry, talking about life in London, sirens. And I would like to know what you are working on, and if you think I should try anything else, or also what you would like to see from this channel more. I am very happy that I'm back, and I will try to post once a week, if not a week, every 2 weeks. But the idea is every week. Yeah, I am really excited. So thank you so much for joining me again, and I will see you soon. Bye.